celebration, cause it's a party. Girl, man, bubble up, cool party. You don't know it's summertime. Summertime. Rock back shawty, tick tock, touch like naughty. You don't know it's African, girl, yeah, them a son man, girl. Oh, you never mercy where you come from.
In today's episode of OMG Live, we feature Caribbean fashion icon Richard Young, Call a friend, share this feed. OMG Live is up next.
Good night, everyone, and welcome. This is the OMG Live. I'm your host, Lasana Harrison.
Hi, I'm Jemima Faye, and a very special welcome to everyone joining today's show. I am thrilled to have with us tonight Richard Young.
Nice. Tonight on OMG Live, we have, the Caribbean fashion icon, Mr. Richard Young. I mean, a man who has dedicated his life to the development and the appreciation of the Caribbean aesthetic and style. Welcome, Richard.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Yes, I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
Yep.
Besides chatting with Richard tonight, we will feature your questions and comments live. So give us a shout out in the comment section.
And on our show tonight, we have Name the Song segment where you could test your soca knowledge. Plus,
we will show you some upcoming events this weekend on OMG Weekend Pump, a music video from our friend Turner called Summertime, the song you just heard and saw us grooving to.
Nice. And tonight we have winners from last week. Last week, Little Mermaid Trivia. Yes, the movie is premiering on Friday the 25th in Trinidad and Tobago. For those of you all, please stay tuned.
Please let us know where you are joining us from. Also, like and share this live feed on your timeline.
And of course, welcome to our audience on Gael M&E TV. We are always delighted to have you with us, as usual.
Now, Richard, I know they call you a fashion icon, but my experience with you during Miss World 2022 was more than just fashion. You were a phenomenal mentor to all the girls and really transformed who we were as people. Your training changed all of us in many ways. Can you tell us about that side of you?
Well, I think it's an interrogation and investigation of self that makes you decipher how to start appreciating yourself and loving yourself. And I'm still grappling with that. And because I'm grappling with it, I'm constantly evolving a way to find a centeredness. So, and I work throughout the region, and I have worked with pageants throughout the region, from the north, from Jamaica, Antigua, right down to the French Guiana in the continent. And I've tried to find ways for us to appreciate self, understand who we are, express who we are unapologetically, try not to always approximate metropolitan ideals, but come up with our own ways of identifying who we are. And so that's what I bring to the table when we do training at pageant level. And I want you to speak to your authenticity, your own biography, and whatever you see has more value than you trying to say somebody else's thoughts. And so that's why I think it helps embolden you,
I love that.
Oh, that is fabulous. I mean, in light of that as well, you are about to launch something that's very significant in Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the Caribbean fashion and international fashion calendars. I mean, tell us about that.
Well, I have always been an advocate for what I call the Caribbean aesthetic, and I have worked in French, Spanish, Dutch, and English-speaking spaces throughout the region, formulating ways of celebrating our differences, yet identifying our similarities in our style and our creative sector. So I have been pitching at government for years, and between 2008 and 2010, with Diane Hunt, I was able to help craft something called Fashion Week Trinidad and Tobago. So I've been constantly trying to chisel away at a way for us to show off our creative prowess. Because our fashion designers per capita is more than what the other parts of the region has. And so Trinidad Tourism Limited, which is a relatively new organization, is spearheading a new destination marketing drive. And I pitched at them, let's bring back a fashion week that climaxes a festival of fashion outside of Carnival. So we'll have something else to bring people here beside the Carnival experience. And I'm looking forward to it. So on Friday, I'm getting a launch. This is We Style at the Queen's Hall. So I'm looking forward to that enthusiastically and nervously, but happily.
Yes. So, Richard, you said that TFF 24, which is Trinidad Fashion Festival 2024, launches on Friday.
Yep.
But I know you are also involved with the production of IWA Africa 2 on Sunday. So, tell us about that.
My weekend is really strangling me, but IWA Africa, there are over 25 designers, over 60 models in a festival of appreciating Afrocentric style and African style, because we're bringing in 2 Caribbean designers, we have 2 Ghanaian designers, and we are putting them on a runway, one after the next, in a storytelling format, because I believe that that's what our specialty is. We are great at telling stories. We're very anecdotal. And we borrow that from our West African past, where they are griots. Griots are storytellers. So I use my MCs like griots. So they're not going to be doing a concert of items like next on stage is. They tell a story that when you leave there, you experience the music, the movement, the color, and the silhouette. And you go home feeling great about who we are.
Yes. Last year was amazing. I was there.
Yes,
backstage.
yes.
There were drums. The MC was like doing beats, and I felt it. When I walked on that stage, I was pumped up. What do you have in store this year? I know that you said you bringing something different this year.
Yeah, well, this year I have I've changed some of the talent, and I have people like Vaughan Bigfoot. I have Charmaine Ford. I have Kyle Hernandez, who just won the Spoken Word Slam. I have some new artists. I have Steel Pan. I have the drums of Wasafuli Performing Dance Company.
Wow.
So it's a lot. And I don't play it. The models model to it, as you know.
Yes.
So it's not like they're just singing. They sing and they model. They spoken word and they model. Drums and they model. Dancing is going on the modeling. So I like to integrate all the arts, because I feel as our identity branding is really solid if all of us come together to shape how people perceive who we are.
Richard, you remind me of Tom Cruise, right? Because you are embarking on all these Mission Impossible challenges, right? And in saying that, Tom Cruise is back with another Mission Impossible to save our planet from destruction. All right, let's check out this trailer.
Our lives are the sum of our choices. And we cannot escape the past. Ethan, this mission of yours is gonna cost you dearly.
The world is changing. Truth is vanishing. War is coming.
It's been a long time, Van. You've no idea the power I represent. It knows your story and how it ends.
Listen to me. The world's coming after you.
His fate is written. Shall we write yours too?
If anything happens to them, there's no place that I won't go to kill you. That is written.
Ethan, what's your objective? What's your ultimate objective?
Your life will always matter more to me. and my own.
None of our lives can matter more than this mission.
I don't accept that.
Sana, you are so right. That looks like my life. That's the theme song for my life because I thought the show was 7 o'clock. I was coming here at a speed, breakneck speed. I hope no police is hearing me.
Whoa. No, that was all action, okay? So action movie fans, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 premieres on July the 13th in Trinidad and Tobago. And as we told you last week, this Friday, Little Mermaid, May 25th, premieres in Trinidad and Tobago.
So guys, we have winners from last week, Little Mermaid Trivia. You know, the quiz, it happened, you all participated. You know, in fact, we decided to give away 2 gifts. All right, so 2 lucky contestants won themselves of the gifts.
Yes, guys, we chose randomly from all the entries received. Miss Candice Rahim from Shigonas for her 4-year-old daughter. So congratulations, Candice. We will be contacting you.
And the number 2 winner is Jessica Ali. We'll be calling you to arrange for you to get the gifts. Congrats to you, Candice and Jessica. Nice.
Remember, the Little Mermaid movie will premiere nationwide on Friday in cinemas. Well, up next, we have another trivia quiz. No prizes, just bragging rights. Let's play Do You Know This Song? Wow. Okay, guys. So we will play a snippet from a soca tune. This one is from the year 2014. Tell us the name of the song and the singer. The first person to guess it right and put your answers in the comment section wins, okay? Let's run that clip.
Oh, but with my phone, I have to put my answer in.
No, it's not for you.
Okay.
Baby girl, you know that your body looks so fine. The style of shape, the clothes you wear, still can't see them in my mind.
Oh,
That's 2006. I wasn't
Actually,
child.
do we? You all remember that music video? You remember the dance move? Do
love
you
you,
have any clips from that? Oh my God. Jog my memory.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh.
But
okay,
I remember them.
After you'll get it. After you'll get it right.
Okay.
Somebody have a Dominic Laroche.
Dominic! I'm your thing, girl.
I'm your timing.
I'm on your timing.
In your timing.
timing.
Hey, congrats, Dominic. Look.
In your
Oh, Vanessa said it.
timing.
Hey, congratulations.
What is the name of that group? I used to have them in my
It's
shoes.
Surge.
Yeah.
Surge.
Surge used to be in my shoes. Yeah.
Play that. Okay, now play the answer for those. Okay, play the answer for those who did not recognize it. Let's go.
I remember that I had them in some of my shows.
Yeah.
Although of the video, it was real hot, you know.
Let's see it. Do you have it?
Baby girl, you know that your body looks so fine. The style of shape, the clothes you wear, still can't see them in my mind. For me to conquer you, it would have to take some time. It would only
That was good. That was good.
I feel like I have it in. I feel like I did a shoulder shimmy. I mean, thank you all for participating in our games and congratulations to our winners. Vanessa as well.
Congratulations, Vanessa Martin. You're a winner. As usual. Where's my winner thing?
Yeah, come on.
You're a winner.
Well, I wouldn't comment, there because that might carbon date. Yeah.
Now, Richard, throughout your life and the many experiences you've had, what has been the biggest lesson you have learned on your journey so far?
Lasana and I was talking a little before, and I was telling him that I am unable to have what people call sour grapes. So sometimes something just didn't come my way, and as long as you can do it well, I will elevate you, support you, and congratulate you. But if you didn't do it well, and you're just, I'm afraid of taking it down. But other than that, I'm very centered, and you need to stay humble. You need to stay humble, and I stay humble, and so I don't see the achievements as this big thing like people say, Richard Young, you're a celebrity. I don't feel that way. I feel very grounded. I feel just as one of the team, and that's why I feel people are magnetized to me, and I can relate. I'm very relatable. It's very important for people to stay relatable and grounded.
Yeah, that was the most impactful. What do you think is the most impact of your work? The most positive impact?
Well, as Stephen Dubal said once in an interview, which brought me to tears because he said it, and he said, Richard, you made me aware of my Caribbeanness and that we need to celebrate who we are and don't always want to approximate somebody else and plagiarize somebody else. So I have been pushing that agenda, and I have seen it transform, and the world at large is very interested in what the Caribbean has brought to the table. The Rihannas, the people who are going out there, the Nicki Minaj's, and making a Caribbean way, even if they integrate into the world framework. But that's what I do, and there was one time in Montreal, I looked at how the people responded to me talking about it, and then I realized what my responsibility is. My responsibility is to articulate how we see ourselves and make people understand that we are proud of who we are, and so that's it.
I love it. I really do. I love it. I love it.
I am Caribbean.
Yeah.
Now let's jump into our next segment, OMG Weekend Pump, where we show you some of the events happening in Trinidad and Tobago this weekend.
First up, we have on Friday, 26 May, All Roads Lead to Woodford Cafe, Price Plaza, Shogunas for Charlie Black Live. Gold recording artist Charlie Black up and personal, up close and personal in Woodford Cafe alongside Lady Lava, Poison Songs, Tommy Schmurder, and more.
Up next, we have on Saturday, the 27th of May, the North Coast Jazz and Heritage Festival from 3:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. at Sir Solomon Hotroy Grounds, Blanchisseuse. They say at North Coast Jazz, the musicians are born here and play here.
And finally, this Sunday, it's Iwa Africa 2 at Queen's Hall. Let's take this in.
The Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago presents Iwa Africa 2 Sankofa Style, a fashion extravaganza directed by Richard Young at the Queen's Hall, St. Anne's on Sunday, 28th May from 4 p.m. Come experience a cornucopia of fashion and talent, featuring collections of more than 20 designers with a cast of over 60 models. This is African style at its best, with guest appearances by Vaughan Bickford, Charmaine Ford, Kyle Hernandez, Marcus Charles, Caribbean Steel Pan Connections, and Wassa Foley Performing Company. Let's claim our space on the international style circuit. It's Iwa Africa 2 Sankofa Style.
Well, that's it for this week's OMG Weekend Pump. Now you have 3 unique events that you can check out this weekend. Give me a minute. Lady and gentlemen, I am hungry. All right? I am always hungry.
Okay. I'm a tad famished.
Just a little.
Just a tad.
Just a tad farming.
So what you'll do about that, boy?
What will you do about it, Jemima?
Well, you know what
What
we
you doing,
do
MT?
here.
What we do?
We love something barbecue-y, oniony,
Yes.
crispy. Liz?
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger. Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
Yeah. And right there and then,
Wow.
we have it here first.
Right there.
Right there and then. Ladies and gents,
What's that?
we're gonna double.
Oh,
We're gonna double.
very nice.
Along
We
with
could
the
open and eat.
Yes.
But how you mean?
It's that kind of show.
I wasn't just gonna hold it and look at it. I mean,
Hi, how are you? It's been what, 4 hours since I've had you last?
Crispy barbecue with onion, cheese. Well, boy, oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
This crispy KFC barbecue zinger always hit the spot. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What more? All one life, boy. One more all one life. Oh gosh, man. Stop complaining.
Oh my god.
Get yourself this.
One amazing thing happening locally that we have to mention is that we have in production a local sitcom called Mixed Up, created, written, and directed by our friend here at OMG, Richard Raghubar Singh. Hey, next brilliant Richard. Okay. Why are we taking that? They're all taking that.
Today, we invited the Ministry of Trade and the Ministry of Communication, of course, the PS, the CEO, Chairman, Board of Directors, to come to set to see the experience and see the process. And why it's so important enough to come in and be behind the scenes, sit in, listen to the actors, hear the action and the cut of the feel the energy of the space, is for them to understand what it takes to make content. So they get to see the construction happening, the painting happening, the actors on set, the different companies, and all work together. So we have over 50 persons working on the production, which is at least about 10 to 12 different companies. And we all have to be very seamless in terms of creating one content that will look good, that we could now take and export internationally. And so the Mixed Up TV series, we have the showrunner who's writing, we have the actors who will be now our new faces of Trinidad and Tobago. We have an amazing crew on the back end. We have a location where we have the studio space to build the sets. And there's a lot of moving parts that now the ministry, we are all able to see and experience, and you really get an appreciation for what happens on set. And every time you look at any film, any TV series on any international streaming platform, it's exactly the same process. And this is why it's so significant that we see and understand the process and that we can do more of it to raise capacity and raise awareness in terms of the vibrant and a very active film industry in Trinidad and Tobago.
I love it. I love it. Richard, I need to know, how do you manage or micromanage all this stress? Because a lot of people might think that this is an easy task that you have, right? Coordinating, creating, and all of this. How do you manage it?
Well, I do say the word stress, which I would tell people to desist from saying, because that is like bringing it on. But I am very resolution oriented, and I troubleshoot. And I always want to get the best result. And my friend Dominic LaRoche, who works with me, says to Richard, I don't understand how you push the envelope to the end. I will go right up until the end and say, do not open that door, because I'm not ready for the audience. While I am still fine-tuning details, while I'm still doing a run, while I'm still getting the sound in check. You would know that, Jemima.
Yes, yes.
And when it is done, then I'm ready to release. So it is about management and going after a vision. And as long as you have a vision, that is what is gratifying. You feel a sense of gratification because you're approximating, you're close as possible to fulfilling. And I've learned to be graceful and gracious because a long time I used to be depressed when I didn't achieve it. Right. So I'd go home and stay in my house for 2 weeks in depression. But if after the show people say, Richard was fabulous, oh, it was fabulous, it was fabulous. And I'm calm. Yeah. So that's how I do it. I just kind of tone it down. I have to always do that. You have to be grateful.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's most definitely. I must commend that. I must commend that. That's most definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So
now, I've always looked up to you as a mentor. And how does it feel that you have impacted so many lives and possibly changed the direction that they would have gone, myself included?
Well, I didn't used to feel that way until people call back now, like your mommy. People call back to me and say, Richard, you have changed my life. Like the other day I went on television and the cameraman popped out from behind the camera and he used to model for me. And I was almost in tears and he talked straight into the screen and said, you changed my life. You made me feel that my creative interests were worthy of going after. And I was like, wow. You know, and I meet some people. I met somebody on the beach once and the girl walked up to me and said, you changed my life. I was going to run away from home. Wow. Something as dramatic as that. And I spoke to her and she changed her mind. And I was like, oh my God, no, I mean, that is crazy. Wow. So it's constant giving off signals, you know, to people about positivism to help them lift up their lives. Still grappling with myself, but that's what I do. I always try to send those messages out. And if I send those messages out, it seems to work. And that's what I've been doing. You know?
This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Guys, guess what? It's time for a minute to win it.
So the game tonight is flip it. So what we do, flip this bottle here.
I don't play no bottle with spinning and thing because I'm not
no
taking
spin
off
the bottle.
clothes.
No clothes dropping.
I know about spin bottle. It's well, take off your clothes. I say that is... Right.
So you have to flip the bottle and aim to get it how it's looking right now, vertical.
Okay.
And the person who does it the most in that minute wins.
Okay.
So you have to fling the bottle with enough velocity that it makes a 360.
Okay.
Who's starting the timer? That's all I want to know right now. I'm ready to win. 1.
No.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Come on, Asana. You could do this, my friend. 2.
That's unfair.
That's unfair.
I got a half.
Good job.
2.5. Mine is landing, but not staying on stand.
3.
How he gets it to stay?
I had some KFC. 4. Today I'm out here too. The minute up. 5. Oh my God! I ended in class.
What, he got 5?
Yeah, I got 5. I got 5.
Actually, we did not see that happen, did we, Richard?
No. Well, I'm certain we won.
No, I got none totally. I didn't get any formally, but I got a few.
Listen, thank you very much.
You get enough practice at it.
Yeah, I think so too. Did you go home?
No. Class.
And rehearse?
Class. I finished in style. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I think it's bottle.
Had less water in it.
Yes, it has to be that.
No. Well, guys, we have come to that time. You know, of course, we never like to say that we need to leave, but I mean, it is that time now. I mean, Richard, do you have anything you'd like to say before we leave?
Come to Iwa Africa at Queen Tower.
Yes, Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, and anything else. But I really think that we need to celebrate who we are. That's why my mission in life is for us to feel good about being people post-colonial, post-slavery. We don't have to live in the past. And as my show this weekend is Sankofa Style, is about looking back at your past, knowing where you come from, and heading to the future with a robust vision, you know. And it's from a Ghanaian proverb, and I believe in that. I think that that is a wise African saying that we can do. So this is about Sankofa Style.
Thank you for spending some time with us tonight.
Yeah, it was great.
So that's it for OMG Live this week.
Join us same time, same place next week. I'm Lasana Harrison.
I am Jemima Pear. We leave you with this feel-good video by the unique voice tuner called Summertime. Remember, guys, as we always say here at OMG,
be kind to yourself and each
be
other.
kind to yourself and each other, TNT. Yes, I remember that.
Oh, na, na, na. Party, yeah, what? It's summertime, summertime. Put a belly house here down on the sun. Mama said don't build no house and sun. Mama want house on top of the hill. Cool off a freeze and the beers them chill. I'm a youth man with real ambition. Invest my money in a big program. Bring some girl them from London. Girl go and cool and sip on the sun, cause it's a party. Girl go and bubble up whole party. You don't know it's summertime. Summertime. Rock back shorty. TikTok touch floor die naughty. You don't know it's summertime. Big bad girl, yeah, she a